Hey everyone, I wanted to start today with a simple question. How many of you have ever felt stuck? You want more for your life, you're capable of more, but no matter what you do, you just can't seem to get there. You try to motivate yourself, you try to think more positive, you try to push through it, and maybe it works for a little while, but then you end up right back in the same place, feeling stuck, feeling heavy, feeling like something is just off. If that's you, I want you to know something. You are not lazy. You are not broken. And you are not the problem. Most people think that being stuck is a motivation problem. They think, I just need more discipline. I just need to try harder. Or I just need to get it together. But what I've seen over and over and over again is this: people aren't stuck because they're lazy. They're stuck because they're carrying things they never got the chance to process. And carrying that weight 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, starts to wear you down. Carrying things like old emotions, past experiences, stress that never got released, situations they just had to move on from. And over time, all of that builds up and it sits in your body, it sits in your mind, and it sits in your energy. And eventually, it starts to affect everything. This is the part where I'm talking that people usually go, yeah, that's me, or I can totally relate to that, because it doesn't always show up in obvious ways. Sometimes it looks like overthinking everything, second guessing yourself constantly, feeling exhausted even when you haven't done much, losing motivation for things you used to love to do or care about, or you know what you should be doing, but you just can't seem to do it. You can't find the motivation. You can't find the desire any longer. And that's usually where people start to get frustrated with themselves. They'll start judging themselves and start thinking that something is wrong with them. But what's actually happening is your system is overloaded. You're not failing, you're weighed down, literally drowning under the weight of those past emotions and experiences. And I know this because I've been there too. There was a time in my life where I felt like I was just going through the motions, showing up, doing what I needed to do, and being there for everyone else. But inside, I was disconnected, heavy, and honestly just lost. And I kept thinking, what is wrong with me? Why can't I just snap out of this? Why can't I just be happy? Why can't I just move forward? And the more I tried to force it, the harder it got and the worse it felt, because I wasn't dealing with the root of the problem. I was just adding to the weight. What changed everything for me was realizing this: I didn't need more advice. I didn't need more pressure. And I didn't need to try harder. I needed to release what was holding me back. This is the part that most people skip, because we live in a world that teaches us to push through, stay strong, and just keep going, and it'll get easier. But we're never really taught how to process and release what we go through. So it stays with us, and it builds. That's where my work comes in. I help people release what's been weighing them down mentally, emotionally, physically, and even spiritually. I know that can sound a little different or weird or strange, but what people experience is actually very simple. They come in feeling heavy, exhausted, overwhelmed, stuck, or numb, and they leave feeling lighter, clearer, more at peace, like something has finally shifted. They can finally breathe again. And one of the biggest things I hear after sessions is I finally feel like myself again. Not a new version, not a forced version, just naturally themselves. And when that weight lifts, everything starts to change. You can think more clearly. You feel more motivated. You feel more motivated in a natural way, not a forced way. You stop overthinking and you start making decisions with confidence. And life doesn't feel so heavy anymore. That's the difference. We're not adding more on top of you. We're taking off that weight that you've been carrying around. So if you've been feeling stuck or numb, a little bit off, if you've been feeling like something just isn't clicking the way that it should, I want you to know it's not because you're not trying hard enough. It's because you're carrying too much and you've been doing it for far too long. And you don't have to keep doing that. If this resonated with you, I'd love to connect, whether it's answering questions, sharing stories, talking a little bit more about what I do, or helping you take that first step towards feeling like yourself again. Because you deserve to feel peaceful, clear, and actually happy in your life. Can you imagine that? Not just getting through it, but living it and loving it. So just remember, you're not stuck. You're just ready to release what's been holding you back. And once you do, everything starts to open up. Thanks for listening and being here today. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Have a great day.